Hey everybody, and welcome to this webinar that we are having today regarding how you are able to boost your structural Revit workflows. I'm very exciting for this webinar, and I'm glad to present some of the new things that we in NTI are able to provide to you. We have this house rules that we'll go through. All of you are muted. The Q&A panel is open, so you have on the bottom of the screen a Q&A button where you'll be able to ask questions. The questions will be answered in the end of the webinar, but feel free just to put them in as the presentation is going on. The webinar is also recorded, so we will have it provided afterwards. And in the end of the webinar, there will be a survey that we will ask you to fill out. That will help us a lot with all the information you can give. So please take the time for that. Thank you. But my name is Andreas, and I am the product manager at NTI. I have sort of the overall responsibility for our own developed products for the building industry. Accompanying me, I have Eric that will take over the presentation when we get to the more technical stuff. He has been in NTI for many years and have a lot of expertise regarding the structural workflows. But first of all, who is NTI? Many of you have probably already heard of us and knows us very well. What we do is that we are a full service supplier of the digital solutions within construction and in design manufacturing and in media and entertainment industries. We are actually now in 14 countries, all over EMEA and in the Brazil as well. We have colleagues all over that are able to help you and support you, and we are always ready to find a solution that fits your needs. Our customers are very differently from different markets, of course, but our overall ambition is that we create solutions that can give you success and give you the possibility to innovate in a sustainable way. Let's go down to the more specific topic that we have today. I will take you through some of the overall things regarding the new portfolio we have within our NTI FOR REVIT umbrella. And first of all, overall, regarding when we are talking tools for the Revit environment, we have some kind of guidelines that we want to sort of play in. One thing is that we want to be able to you guys to streamline your use of Revit. We also want to enable you to optimize your data quality, and we also, of course, would like to give you the tools so you can save time and use the time maybe on more exciting things than the boring second-hand stuff that you also are doing today. We also want to sort of extend the possibilities within Revit. So there is limitations today that we want to sort of enable you guys to have tools to do the stuff that Revit can't do by default. We also want you to help to help you regarding the repetitive processes you have today and make them more streamlined and automated. And we also, of course, have focus on the local standards and how you're doing it in your local market, so that you have the tools that actually can support you with the requirements you have. So this is sort of the simple way to look at it right now regarding our AEC product portfolio. We have NTI Commerce, which is our cloud platform for data management in the BIM projects. And then we have the NTI FOR REVIT. But the things that actually are happening right now, and that the thing we are going to dive a bit deeper into, is that we, about a year ago, decided that we want to split up the existing NTI FOR REVIT. And this is how it looks today. So we actually just released in the start of January the two new products, NTI FOR REVIT MEP and the NTI FOR REVIT Structure. And the NTI FOR Structure is, of course, the one we're going to dive a bit deeper into today and show some of the functionality that they actually are able to do and how they can support you and give you value in your projects. Those were the two first products that we launched. We are already in the progress of the two next products. So there's a bit of a cliffhanger there, and you will see in this year the new products that also will be able to support you within other disciplines as well. I also want to emphasize that maybe some of you already are existing NTI FOR REVIT customers and users. NTI FOR REVIT isn't going anywhere in the coming years. So if you already have workflows and you have processes around that, you still have them, and you still have them tomorrow. This is new products. They are built to live alongside the existing one. So that is very important for me to emphasize, that you will still, and the existing NTI FOR REVIT also will be maintained, of course. Yes. But what I said earlier, we are focusing on the NTI FOR REVIT Structure today. It's work faster, reduce errors, and improve the quality of your BIM models. I have this small video I want to present to you.
Structural design in Revit should be efficient, consistent, and easy to manage. Yet many teams still spend hours on manual annotation, complex pile management, and late-stage model checks. Errors are daily workflows and improves project quality directly inside Autodesk Revit. Automated annotation and documentation, integrated quality checks, smart rebar tools, and efficient pile management help reduce manual work and catch issues earlier, when they're easier to fix. The benefits are immediate. Minimize errors and rework. Reduce repetitive tasks with standardized sheet-ready documentation. Improve data quality for more reliable BIM models, and get value fast with an easy-to-learn interface. Work smarter, standardize your structural documentation, and deliver higher quality Revit projects faster with NTI FOR REVIT Structure.
So that was the video. I unfortunately can see that you haven't any sound, but I hope you were able to read the subtitles. And of course, you're able also to see this video on our website. Okay, good. I see there was sound after all. Perfect. Good. But that was a sort of introduction into what this new product is aiming for. And now we're going to dive a bit deeper into the technical stuff. So what is it actually it is doing right now, and what is it solving? So I have 3 challenges I want to sort of highlight. Structural alignment issues is something we hear a lot. We hear misalignment of piles, walls, and all of this misalignment is maybe caught way too late in the projects, and that can be very costly and time-consuming to fix. We also see that there is a lot of manual element handling. So basic tasks like numbering, controlling and managing your rebars, and all this is something that is too time-consuming, and we want to do more automatically processes and tools that can make it more efficient and more standardized in your projects. We also see there is a lot of work regarding the documentation when you're doing the plans, 2D plans, your sections, and so on. And this takes way too much time from the actually more exciting stuff in the projects. So this is all some high-level areas where we have created some functionality that will support you and help you in this And now I will hand it over to no, sorry, I'm already jumping it. Sorry. So why choose the plugin NTI for REVIT Structure? So first of all, you will have faster documentation, and Eric will show it just in the next slide. Some of the tools we have. You will be able to reduce your errors doing your modeling. You will have smarter rebar functionality. You will have higher efficiency with automated design. You will have enhanced data quality in your BIM models, which is one we see more and more asked for, that we have to enhance this quality. And you also will have something quite simple, that you will be able to work much smarter with your pals in your projects. So now, Eric, over to you.
Thank you, Andreas. Yes, the first tool I want to show is called Check Alignment. It checks whether structure columns and walls are aligned above each other. So here I have a Revit model. To make it clearer, I'll just isolate my walls and the structure columns. In the NTI Structure tab, I click Check Alignment and select the elements I want to analyze. And I just click Analyze. Elements that are directly above each other now have the same color. And here I can see a wall with a different color. And of course, I can see where it is located, and if I want, I can align it. And then I can analyze it again. And here is a structure column, also with a different color. It's just the same, it's easy to find the element, and if I want to adjust it, I just do so. And now they got the same color. NTI for REVIT Structure solves several challenges with piling, like assign each pile a unique number. You can schedule coordinates and cut off levels for each pile. It's easy to extend the piles toward the bedrock. You can easily move piles relative to walls or grids. In this view, the bedrock is represented as a toposolid. And if I want, I can select the piles on the bedrock before running the function. The function is called topo attach. I choose which parameter represents the length of the piles. I can round length. And now all my piles have the correct length. And I can get an approximate estimate of the total pile length. Here I have a schedule over all my piles. But for each pile, I want to get the coordinates. I can choose parameters, just localize. There are several functions for dimensioning and tagging that can save a lot of time. This tool dimensions plan views. You can choose the dimension style. You can save the configuration. Here's another view. Here I'm going to use ordinate dimension. And now get the dimensions from the nearest grid. Another tool for tagging. I want to create views of these walls. The tool is called Create Wall Views. From the settings, you can decide how they should be created. Here I have 3 new views. With dimension section, I can place dimensions. And this function applies spot elevations. They are easy to move if you want. The last thing I'm going to show you are functions for reinforcement. Here there are tools to quickly show or hide obscured rebars. You can add 2D symbols at the ends of the reinforcement and 2D bend symbols. It is possible to display reinforcement at the bottom or on the far side, for example, as dashed lines. It is also quick to select reinforcement that is located far or near. So here I have a slab that is reinforced. The reinforcement isn't visible because it's embedded in the concrete. These buttons show or hide the rebars. Rebar mark adds symbols at the ends of the reinforcement if they do not have an end hook. If the rebar is moved or modified, the symbols can be updated quickly. And they are updated if the scale changes. Here is a plan view and the show rebar function again. Rebar mark also adds bending symbols. And it is easy to use your own families if you can't reuse the symbols with a different appearance. Override far rebars changes the appearance of rebars at the bottom or on the far side. Here they become dashed, but the appearance can be defined in the settings. So next to this button, there are buttons for selecting far or near rebars.
Thank you, Eric. So what you just saw was a couple of the functionality that we have today in the new NTI FOR REVIT structure. So as you can see, there is a big range of different functionality that supports different activities throughout the project. It can be from the early just creating views for making it easier for designing the project. It can also be something regarding the final documentation that you have to deliver before the handover of the project. Again, a task that is in many scenarios pushed to the end. There is also just quality assurance tools that hopefully, as you can see, they are very simple, but they are very strong because they give you this visual output of how and where there is errors. So we see this is a toolbox for you that have a bunch of different tools that will support you in some of the daily troubles you maybe have today. And we see that hopefully this can give you as much value as possible. Many of you maybe are wondering, what about the cost of this? And it's actually very important for me to say that this is a tool developed so we can be implemented in all kinds of projects. It is actually that easy that if you just see that a few of these, again, probably simple tools, can save you just a couple of hours throughout the year, throughout the projects you're working with, then actually the NTI FOR REVIT structure pays for itself. We are not trying to make a rocket spaceship out of this. This is simple tools, as you also hopefully were able to see that we also put a lot of effort into making this a good user experience for when you're using it. So it should be simple, have a clear overview, and by that also, if you are responsible for a division, then it should be easy for you to implement in your company as well. So, what's next? Of course, I hope that this sort of inspired you and maybe also made you a bit curious regarding what this tool is and how it can help you. We are, of course, happy to help. And as I showed earlier on, we have NTI offices all around EMEA and in Brazil, so we are ready to help you. So please reach out to NTI contact persons, and then we will, of course, maybe dive a bit deeper into the functionality and give you a deeper insight into how this can support you in your daily life. Yeah, we are actually already at the end. We try to keep this short and condensed, so that we sort of had focus on the key topics. Eric, have we some questions in the Q&A we should answer?
Yes. Here's the first. You showed that the configuration can be saved. Is that on the model or on the user?
Yeah, so as you saw, Eric used this pre-saved configuration, and you saw him actually using it a couple of times where it actually provided all of the settings and which tags it should be used and so on. This is a tool or a component that you'll see all around many of our tools that have some kind of configuration. This is created to make it easy for you to create some standardization, because yes, this setting is saved on the model. So if you have a template today in Revit and you want to create these kind of setups so it's easy and quick for the the user in Revit to use, then these settings is saved. So when you start out the project, then there is this configuration ready to use, and it is easy to update and create new ones as well. Yeah.
Yes, another one. How fast have you seen the adoption of these tools?
So as I also said from the start, this is a brand new tool. We just launched it, and we're already seeing some very exciting feedback for it. The other thing I want to mention regarding this is that, as you also saw and I mentioned earlier, we have tried to do this as light as possible. So one thing is that it have a clear overview, but we have also created extended help guide with AI agent that can support you in how to implement it and how to use the tools. So we see that there is all the tools for you to quickly get started and get this implemented without the need of a big workshop and training before actually getting some value out of it. Yes?
Another question, how often are new versions released with additional features?
Yeah, so this is the first version of the product. So what you saw is what we sort of agreed that this is a good amount of functionality that can give you quite a big amount of value in your projects. But it is also a product that is in developing, of course. So we are aiming for 2 releases every year. Of course, we release when we have a new Revit version, so it supports the newest Revit, and we will continuously add new features. It is also important for me to say that this is a tool designed mainly based on your comments as a customer. So what is it your desire? What is your wishes regarding functionality that we maybe need, or something maybe need to sort of twerk a little bit, a few changes there, and then we will be able to do this. Again, this is a very high focus point in NTI to deliver a high quality and modernized tool for you to use for the future. So we will continuously add new features, and please reach out to us if you want to have an idea of what maybe that is lacking, and if just have questions about what's already in it. Yeah.
That was the last question. Yeah.
Perfect. So I want to, again, as I said from the beginning, I want to encourage you to answer the survey you will receive after this webinar, and then please reach out to us if you have any follow-up questions, and then I hope you have a very, very good day, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you.